Hey TransLash family, it's me, Imara Jones, with our weekly audience TalkBack. I'm on my way. I'm about to dash out the door again to go to Minnesota State, where I will be in residence for 2 days in the run-up to Trans Day of Remembrance. Speaking of Trans Day of Remembrance, if you are in New York City, remember to come to our event, our Trans Day of Remembrance commemoration and public event at Samsung 837. Real easy to remember because it's 837 Washington Street in New York. And if you can't make it, you can watch online. Go to our Facebook page, you know where that is, and it will be streamed live, that entire commemoration and public event at 6 p.m. on Wednesday. Now on to what y'all showed up for, and that is the most and the least talked about articles of the week. Well, the ones that were most talked about, and there was almost a tie between these two for obvious reasons. The first was of a trans woman in Utah who's actually an archaeologist who was made to remove her makeup before taking a picture at the DMV, and another person in Pennsylvania who was attacked in a transphobic rant by someone in Popeyes, and their management did not stand up for them. And I think the reason why these touched off is because, as we've spoken about before, these public incidences where we are maligned, not allowed to be ourselves, our humanity attacked and undermined, is just so incredibly searing for us, and something that we remember. It's something that we've all experienced as transgender non-conforming people. It's re-traumatizing, and the fact that these incidences are continuing to happen, and the fact that they're so personal, and that people don't stand up for us in these particular circumstances, I think is triggering, and we all want to make sure that the world knows about it, which is why we have shared it a million gazillion times. The least talked about thing on the Facebook page this week, and I'm gonna be a little bit self-centered, is the newsletter that we posted. Every week we post a link to our newsletter, and y'all didn't say anything about it. Well, some of y'all did, but not enough for me to say that was the #1 thing. So make sure that you subscribe to our newsletter. It's the bomb. Sometimes I write stuff, you see cute memes, you see cute pictures, you see list of articles that you may have missed and other stuff that's going on and other TransLash events. So subscribe to our newsletter, and if you don't subscribe to it, then just comment on it. So those are where we are this week. Please join us for the T-Door event, and keep the people that have been murdered this year due to hate violence and state-induced violence in your thoughts, and send the best to their families, and all the best to you who have experienced violence yourselves. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next week.